Hello, I'm back once again. You guys are making jokes, but you can't hear them. Once again, I'm here with my two friends, Horatio and Michael Delaney. Horatio from Horatio Sanz, SNL, and many other things. Michael Delaney from Conan O'Brien Show, Upright Citizens Brigade, and many other things. Let's talk about stuff. I don't even know what we're going to talk about, man.
That's all we do is talk about stuff.
Yep. We strictly keep it to stuff.
That should be that should be a promise that this Facebook Live gives everyone. Is that we talk about stuff.
Well, we'll say the spooky season is coming up. Did you have any plans?
Hell no.
No, but I've purchased an inordinate amount of pumpkins this year.
Too many pumpkins?
Well, there's never too many, really.
You can't have too many. As soon as I said it, I realized you cannot have too many pumpkins.
Can I ask you how much you paid for your pumpkins? And I'll tell you something that's outrageous.
I think it was like $6.
Yeah, that sounds good. $6 to $8 is like good. So there's this pumpkin patch that I like to take my kid to, and it's in Carlsbad, and it's a big giant place. They grow pumpkins out there, and it's a bunch of stuff you can do. You can shoot pumpkins out of a cannon at a thing. You can pick flowers. It's like
they made it real fun for kids. Yeah.
Yeah. And like at night, teenagers come and hang out and drink, apple cider and shit. But the pumpkins are like $30 a piece. It's ridiculous. I'm like, what is? Why would you even do this? It's so awful. Like, what a markup, man.
so awful.
I mean, they're nice pumpkins, and I was just we were getting them there for a while, and my wife was like, "Why do we keep getting pumpkins? This is stupid. Like, why do we keep getting these expensive pumpkins?" Fucking Trader Joe's. Get some pumpkins, it's the same pumpkins.
So when you're there, they're like, buy a pumpkin, and then your kid's like, "Yeah, let's get a pumpkin." And you're like, you don't say, we'll get one later at Jewel. And
they got carts. They got carts. People are buying like carts full of pumpkins. Like, wait a minute. Spent like $200 on pumpkins. This is outrageous. These people.
I think our Christmas tree was $125.
Real?
That's crazy, man.
A real Christmas tree?
Yeah. We should talk about inflation more often.
My old plastic Christmas tree from the 70s is still A-okay.
Here's my dilemma. Linda went and bought a gigantic bag of premium candy. The one that's got the Milky Ways and the Snickers and the Twixes in it. But she bought it a month early. I'm like, come on, that thing's never going to last to Halloween. You know that.
You know what I did? I just bought a bunch of candy that I don't like, and it's down there.
We all ate it. Yeah.
That way you don't eat it, right?
Yeah, I'm not eating it.
The stuff you don't like.
Yeah. And
I bought a oversized
what better to give
bag
away?
Of bubble gum.
Good and plenties. Those dark licorice. The black licorice? Gross.
Nasty candy.
Tough to eat. Nasty tasting. Burns. Yeah, this candy burns.
When you get down to the bottom of your Halloween pumpkin, then you start scraping it for the good and plenties and the Smarties and all the shit you didn't want to eat before. And then last of all is the candy corn, which you give to your little sister. No one's eating candy corn.
That's just garbage, man.
Yeah,
It's
pure.
wax. It's wax. You might as well eat a candle.
Yeah, right. I'd like to
You might as well eat a candle.
Remember
Here,
wax
kids,
lips?
this is delicious. Like, this is not delicious. This is not good candy.
They used to give us these lips that you would bite into, and it would look like you had gigantic lips. Like
I like
wax lips.
those.
Wax lips.
And they were disgusting. They made me so nauseous.
Barely had any
that
taste in it.
No, they did.
We had some that had juice in them. You bit into them, and then they had juice too.
Suck the juice out. Yeah.
That's horrible.
Then you'd have candle wax all over your teeth. You'd have to go home and eat something to get those off.
Whenever it's the most disgusting food, they always palm it off on the kids. Like when you go to a restaurant, you look at the kids' menu, and it's disgusting. It's just chicken nuggets. It's a hot dog. It's the worst food on the menu.
Well, their bodies are still young, and it could, they're not damaging themselves so much. They still have a shot.
They're not on an anti-stroke diet yet. They will be.
Yeah, because those chicken tendies, at Wendy's.
As you call them. Ooh.
Wendy's calls them chicken tendies.
That's disgusting.
It got to be an internet term, tendies, like real specific too. It got to be an internet term specifically about shut-in people who are like school shooters. Is specifically tendies. Like, mommy's gonna get you tendies. I think the memes
like their mama's boys in their basement.
Yeah, I think the memes are like, didn't get my tendies, so I shot up the school and shit like that. Like,
oh wow.
Yeah, tendies are nice because you can freeze them, just throw them in
the prospective shooters. Freeze them.
Is that who they're marketing to?
That's what they're saying. Jerry's saying that they're being known as tendies, like chicken tend, like your mama gives you chicken tenders.
Tendies. Yeah,
I got that.
In meme culture, that's what. Yeah, you didn't get your tendies today. That means you're about to go postal. Oh, you didn't get his tendies.
Don't you long for the days when it was just going postal? It was just in post offices.
I know, it was just relegated to post offices.
They were ahead of the curve. For some reason, the ripple of that just hit the postman first, and then it caught up to the juniors in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we should. Well, I don't know if you.
I could just blow this place up.
They can't be given any kind of award for that, but they are the originators of the mass shootings. The United States Postal Service.
Neither rain nor sleet nor snow nor gloom of night will stay these couriers from blowing their ass to kingdom come.
I'm doing my Benny Hill over here.
I know you are. That show was so perverted it had to be stricken from the airwaves forevermore. You never see.
Oh my God, that was right in my wheelhouse. All of that.
Yeah. It was like for Han times 1,000.
And Benny Hill was a very, very likable presenter, and it was all about cheating on your wife with hot young women, smacking the women's asses when you do find them, and then being chased by a bunch of women because you've assaulted most of them. And so they chase you through the countryside.
Yeah, a lot of titties, a lot of titties, a lot of mistaken titties out, breasts.
Very for someone who's coming into their own sexuality. to have Benny Hill as a guardrail, maybe not the best thing.
I know.
Look, no one said anything about it. They're like, yeah, sure, go watch it. I'm 11 years old watching crazy shit like that. Like, wow, this is what the world is?
You remember he
chasing
had a
women.
bumper. They had a bumper for his show that was just extremely portly women who were like bathing in a stream. It was like German women who were extremely rotund. And they were scantily dressed. What is with this show? It's like Ali G. He was Ali G before Ali G. But it was just... Oh, Roger's running the garbage disposal.
I'm going outside for a minute.
Look at
My
that.
camera.
Raj, who's your roommate? Fred Sanford?
What are you talking about?
Your room. Look how much stuff's in your room.
I think he's in the garage.
Oh, you're in the garage.
Yeah.
What a queen. I didn't talk too much today. I had dentistry done yesterday.
You're talking too much today because you had dentistry?
I'm starting to feel it from all the talking I'm doing.
Starting to feel the yeah.
No, I just realized I got to take it easy. I don't need to shout either. I got a microphone right next to my mouth.
You never have to shout. That is true. Got that all taken care of.
Man, when I'm teaching and coaching, I always kick up a shout.
So you didn't say what you were gonna what your costume might be for this year.
Who, me?
Oh, yeah.
I'll answer that question. Well, I'm the least fun person there is, so I
You're gonna be a grump?
like Halloween.
I'll be a grump.
Yes, of course. I'm kind of a grouch, but you know, I have a top hat that Ali gave me.
Oh, really?
Ali, being a former top hat wearer himself, he gave me an old silk top hat that's the kind that you punch and it pops up, you know?
Uh-huh.
Like in the old days. We have it. It's around somewhere. So usually on if around Halloween, I'll put it in my briefcase. And if my class is feeling festive, and if a couple students have costumes on, I might whip out my top hat. That's
All
as
you need
far
is a
as I
hat.
go. Sometimes when I'm giving out candy, I'll give it up because the hat is very tattered. It looks like it was stolen off of a dead body.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it looks mothy. It's falling apart. You can see its springs and inner workings, but that's part of what I like about it.
Yeah, I would have thought more like street urchin.
You're a good sport, though. You're a better sport than me, I think. But part of that's having a little kid. When you have a youngster, all of a sudden you just like have no shame. You're the best sport in the world. You do any dumb thing in public and not care as long as it makes your kid happy.
Well, and I didn't celebrate Halloween when I was growing up because it was satanic. So now I can. So now I go all out. Every year I dress up more than one costume. When I became an adult and I could actually celebrate Halloween, I'd still.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
I see. Because you had Halloween was taken from you.
Yeah.
So you want to
Couldn't
get back.
dress up.
What is your birthright? What is your birthright as a Judeo-Christian to enjoy Halloween? Hey, come on! You need a day. Everyone needs a Day of the Dead.
Exactly. Halloween is a very, very. It's weird though because in a lot of evangelical circles, it's getting less and less popular.
Are you kidding? Well, my son just converted to Christianity, and he is now no longer a fan of the Halloween.
Halloween? Yeah.
No, not anymore.
Well,
And I'm
from
like,
what
come
I
on,
have,
son, it's yeah.
from what I've learned, it was always that way. It was always, I guess, Halloween. First of all, is a very American. All the stuff we do is very American. The pumpkins and all that shit. And it was thought of back then of like, people got to stop celebrating Halloween. Enough of this shit. That was kind of
Well, it was out of
a lot of the
fear.
thinking.
It came from very superstitious
Supernatural,
people.
superstitious people, yeah. But they also had a
Yes,
lot of fun.
being-
They were also having a lot of fun too. They were telling ghost stories. I mean,
And a
like
little bit of fun.
in the tradition, I was reading it's Ichabod Crane. Well, it's actually the story of Washington Irving, and
Not Sleepy Hollow, not the legend.
not
of
necessarily Sleepy Hollow, but Washington Irving,
the
how he came
story
up
of
with
Washington Irving himself.
Yes, Washington Irving himself. He was
What about him?
well, he was kind of a journalist, but the whole thing with telling scary stories and telling a Halloween story, that story was about people telling scary stories,
Yes, it is.
right?
I'm well familiar with it. Just
So
being an American and having half an education, but also we lived in Dobbs Ferry for 15 years, which is next door to Irvington.
yeah, right,
Which is all things Washington Irving. It's his birthplace. They named the town after him.
They
And
still do a lot of stuff there,
it
yeah.
is. It's about scaring the pants out of people and scaring the pants out of your friends.
And they did
and
it back then,
frenemies.
and that's
frenemies, and it takes place in Tarrytown.
Tarrytown. That's right. Yep. And his whole idea with writing this, because he wrote a lot about the current times, the way people are. That was his whole thing, about writing about society, making fun of people, you know. And he was the first like American, not journalist, I guess, but first American, to be regarded in any kind of regard in literature. Americans didn't have any kind of stature in that in the world until him.
Is he before Twain?
Yeah, he would have been, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And a lot of it was parody. He came up with the term Knickerbocker. And that just meant like a New Yorker, a Dutch New Yorker. It was, yeah, the pants, but it also referred to there was a character that he came up with. And he
I thought there was a man. I thought there was a man named Knickerbocker, and that's what the New York Knicks were named after.
That was very scary, you guys.
He wasn't real. It was a character that Washington Irving came up with, and he made it. He made him up.
They named the Knicks after a fictional character.
He ended up being, people kind of like, it was kind of like they thought he was real, and he like talked about him as if he was real. He was a person that wrote letters or whatever, but he wasn't a real person. He was a character that Washington Irving came up with.
But not a pseudonym.
Not really a pseudonym, no, because he had a character to him. He was, you know.
Like in the oldie times, like when Benjamin Franklin would write, you know, he'd write insulting letters and their pseudonym to like his enemies.
Anything. His paper was basically a work of semi-fiction. He would just write his own letters to the editor and just sign them random names.
Yeah, yeah.
It was his printing press. He was going to do whatever he wanted. or if some article was too shitty, he put someone else's name on it.
Yeah.
He's going to get in trouble for it.
He's like, I just threw this one together.
Yeah.
So, different name.
Ben Franklin was awesome, man. He never held any official, you know, he was like a founding father and like, you know, was right there in the action, right in the heat of all the action. But he never had really much of an official title, you know? He was just a businessman, raconteur.
Yeah, I mean, he must have partied. He must have partied really well with people, and then we're like, all right, well, then give us that, this, and that.
He partied hard younger, as much as he could for someone who was as disciplined as him.
He partied and banged people in France, and then came back.
Well, that was the
deal. They came
right?
back and said, "Oh, they got our back now." So then yeah.
He was there for most of the revolution. He was in France.
That's right. He went to France and fucking.
He's like, I'm not going to get killed.
He was the party animal.
But it is true.
That's one of his famous sayings. When the war starts, time to leave. Cowards stay alive.
He's like, oh no, I'm living in France. Fucking everyone loves me. I'm the fucking celebrity almost here. I'm not gonna go back and see if I can get shot.
after 9/11. I remember when 9/11 hit. I'm here, just as jittery as can be, and Roger's like, "Fuck them, the nukes are coming next. We're getting fucking nuked." And you know what? I don't even. He's talking big. I don't even want to be alive in a fucking world. Let him take it away. Next time I call him, he's gone. He's split. He's went to L.A. for like immediately.
Not immediately.
Immediately. No, you were there for the vigil. You were there for the UC.
No. I was there for.
Were you?
Because Boat Trip
at UCB.
Boat Trip wanted to fly me the next day to LA for a photo shoot. And even then I was like, can't you guys just, you've got 1,000 pictures of me, can't you just put it on the thing? And that's what they ended up doing. No, because I didn't want to fly on September 12th, 2001.
No.
I was the first guy. Who's the first guy taking a plane today? Hey, it's Horatio Sanz. Yeah, I'm gonna go do promos for Boat Trip. Try to get the movie poster picture for Boat Trip.
I was on the first flight. I was on the first flight out, like the first flights that they had, because you remember they canceled flights for a couple of days. That happened on a Tuesday. I left on that Friday. First flight out, and it was crazy. It was silent. Nobody talking. They picked out everybody in line got clear or whatever, had to go through security. They asked everybody in line questions.
Yeah, wow.
I'm one of those guys who was such a dope, had no appreciation for the gravity of the moment, because I had a gig that day. I had a Conan gig. And so we wake up, we're looking at the TV, everyone's freaking out, and then it gets to be about 9:45, and I'm like, well, I gotta get going. And Linda's like, what are you talking about? You're not going anywhere.
You're like,
I don't know, I guess I'll call Cecilia and see if... No, you're little bitch, not happy.
Were you putting your makeup on, ready to go to Conan? And you're like, what happened? The first tower's down, but you're saying that the other one's still there? Good. I'm gonna go to 30 Rock, honey.
My beard on. I was heading straight to 30 Rock.
You lost your mind. Yeah, you were in shock. You're just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go to 30 Rock.
Just naivete.
That was supposed to be our first day back at SNL. So September 11th was in my head all summer. Like, okay, I know this time. I know what I got to, blah, blah, blah. We got to get back in. And that was supposed to be the day we met the host. Or no, I think you go back like a week before, right? Or 2 weeks before?
It was a few weeks before, yeah.
But it was our first day back, officially.
Yeah, you could go back and
Bin Laden hated SNL. He was a big Mad TV fan, and he despised SNL, and he wanted to disrupt y'all as much as he could. That's why he picked
Who, Bin Laden?
Yes.
I heard that.
Doesn't surprise me. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, we heard that. We're his big Mad TV fan.
Yeah, he loved Mad TV.
And that's pretty, because it's a sensational world, you didn't see that he had Mad TV videos next to his porn. When they got pictures of him in his porn stash, like you killed the guy. You don't have to shame him. Talk about his porn.
I know.
That shit's all made up anyway.
He couldn't leave the house for 10 years. Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Look at the chicks you surround yourself with. They all look like that fucking Grimace. They look like goddamn grimaces. It's good to see you, Delaney. You're not wearing your headset.
You too. It broke. It imploded during a broadcast last week. I had to go back to my brand new.
You know what?
Buds.
Can you return it to Amazon? Return it.
I still think there might be some kind of micro battery in it. I haven't read the directions closely.
There's no micro battery. I'm using them right now. There's no micro battery.
Let's send it back. Sometimes there's a little one of those little circular batteries, you know. I seen that P.T. Anderson movie.
Okay, yeah, guys, so y'all tell me what you think. Let's try to get Horatio back.
Did you guys watch it?
Horatio went and saw it. I was gonna go see it actually tomorrow. So maybe I don't want to get. Although I'm kind of spoiled on it anyway. I've heard quite a few things already, but yeah, I'm really interested.
It's a thumbs up. You know, it's a very thrillery. You know, it's very thrillery, and I liked it very much. It's good. It was good watch, good movie. It's, you know, you can always trust P.T. Anderson that you're at least going to have. It's going to be a good movie. It's not going to be schlock. Maybe you like the subject matter, maybe you don't. But you know, it didn't have as much humor as I would like. I thought The Master, it was packed with all kinds of humor and irony, and so was you know, Licorice Pizza was very light. Looked like it was kind of trying to. It was sort of a dramedy. I thought I wouldn't call it like a full-on comedy. It'd probably be characterized or labeled as a comedy in a video store, even though we don't have video stores. And what was the other one? Oh yeah, I thought Phantom Thread. Also, Phantom Thread was very thrillery, but it doesn't turn into a thriller till the third act.
And very funny. It's really funny stuff.
It starts as a character study, then it turns into this like absurd comedy of this character, and it's another one that kind of walks that line between. It's really not a comedy at all. It's a drama. It's got plenty of humor in it. That character makes me laugh. Also, There Will Be Blood makes me laugh. Because Daniel Day-Lewis, when it's a great actor like that, they always bring humor to the part. One guy asked him what his religion is, and he says, "I like them all."
What did he say?
All of them. I like them all. Daniel Plainview. Too much confusion. I like them all. I thought that was hilarious. I thought that was a great answer. I like them all.
Well, I've heard this new one is really like keeps you on the edge of your seat, kind of.
I think that's what it's intended to be, and that's not my favorite genre, which is why it will never be my favorite P.T. Anderson movie.
Okay.
It might be somebody's favorite, maybe somebody who's like really into like being a modern revolutionary, and I used to think and feel that way all the time. I used to listen to, you know, Phil Oakes all the time, and I was so pissed during the Iraq War, I could fucking spit, man. Boy, was I walking around just, you know, Vietnam was hanging over our heads when I was coming up, becoming aware. The movies were all about Nam. The good music I listened to seemed like it was the 60s. I was into psychedelic music, and that was the thing, man. And you know, and the shit just doesn't change. It doesn't change. Just as I get older, you get a little numb to it. It's hard to stay that fucking pissed all the time. You know,
it's kind of weird what happened to. I mean, in our generation, because there's a, you know, certainly an aspect of our generation that grew up with that. That I think, man, you know, what we would have considered counterculture then. I mean, it was just such a different world, you know, back then.
Counterculture is toast. Where is it? I have one friend who's really hooked up in that way. And it used to be kind of the comedy community really had one foot in that area. Second City did.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely felt that way. Let me get Horatio back.
Well, because Dell was a counterculturian. I wonder if he ever rolled with those merry pranksters. They must have crossed paths, but I don't think he got on that bus.
I like to do tricks.
He liked shock.
He wasn't a magician? He was illusionist or what?
No.
Well, what did the...
He's saying Dell. He's like, he didn't know if he
was
would like pranks.
Of course. He didn't like pranks?
I would imagine he wouldn't, but I don't know. Maybe he
I
did.
hate
Maybe.
I don't know.
pranks. I don't think
You,
pranks
Besser
are
would know.
creative. Um, oh, yeah, he did. He loved putting one over on the audience. Yes, he fucking loved that shit. Right? That's I read about it in Wasteland, his comic book, where it was part of his job was to throw shit at people during the scary movies. He'd throw spaghetti and shit at people. Yeah, he did have. I know UCB always had a prank element to their stuff.
They did.
Raj, I love that story about you guys doing a show out in the getting the audience to go out in the street, and then part of the blocking is for Adam to come tearing around the corner in a car and run you over and make the audience think that you've passed away.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the blocking.
But then he comes back at the end of the show and shows the video from inside the car of me getting hit.
Wow, that's
so we
meta.
show. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That is him.
That was one of our. That was one of our gimmick or gags or whatever. Yeah.
That is what I call a device. I love devices. Now I don't like, if it's just a cheap laugh, that's fine. But me and Dave were always doing a lot of devices. I was always doing something, hanging Dave upside down and doing stuff like that.
The first time I saw Tenacious D, they did this bit, and it wasn't singing at all. It was Kyle was a businessman driving a car, and Jack is a male hooker. Like, hey man, you want a blowjob? Like, yeah. He gets in, and he puts a newspaper in front of him, and Jack acts like he's blowing him, and he squirted lotion in his face. Like it was try it load. I feel like they started singing after that, like a song.
I saw the Groundlings do a bit like that. Remember that show Sketchpad? I think you might have been on it, Jerry.
Yeah, I was on it. Yeah.
It was a one-off HBO thing. They had a bunch of different teams. Everybody come on, bring a sketch. I think Adam did a thing. Anyway, it was this Groundling sketch where it's a woman and man getting it on. She's gonna, I don't know what she's doing to him. But he comes to completion, and she had a device that was full of lotion, and it just kept spraying.
Yeah.
It just kept. It was disgusting. It was the old do the thing for too long, But it was funny. It did bring the house down.
Yeah.
You go.
Yeah, loads. Loads were funny back then.
Loads were funny.
Back then. Not now.
Back then. Not now.
It was new ground. It was breaking new ground because you couldn't do stuff on TV. The censors were pretty vicious, and then cable came around, and all of a sudden you could squirt Terry lotion on someone for 5 minutes, and get away with it.
Well, before we came on, I was telling Jerry about this crazy Instagram video I saw. It's these AI tricksters. They're really going like 100%.
Oh my God.
And so I saw a video that they recreated the Kennedy assassination, but instead of Kennedy, no, listen, this is exactly what I saw. It's shot so they make it look like the 8mm film that it was. I think it was 8mm film.
Uh-huh.
And so instead of Kennedy, it's Mayor McCheese and some lady who it doesn't really look like Jackie, but it's a lady in that dress. So the motorcades are going down. It destroys the Mayor McCheese, who's I believe he's a Big Mac maybe, and it's destroyed. So it recreates the explosion perfectly at the same time that the shot goes in, and then the lady's eating it. She's eating parts of the burger, going, this is good. And that's where I thought, okay, that's a hat and a hat. It's good what you have already. But then my media thought was like, I'm usually a guy who loves this kind of thing, but I'm like, it's scary. It was really frightening.
Yeah, that's awful.
Have you seen the Stephen? Well, yeah, you were talking about the Stephen J. Hawking thing when he's him in the wrestling.
Yeah, wrestling, and he's doing like X Games with the wheelchair.
Yeah, in the wheelchair, he's just falling all over, and or in wrestling, and beating the shit out of him.
But beating the shit out of him is fucking funny, and I don't know why, but that's naturally funny. Like, you beat that guy, he gets beat up in wrestling, he's getting body slammed, like the AI, his body. He gets in a wheelchair and they throw the wheelchair off a fucking what? But somehow that's big. Awesome. Like, that's kind of a thing going on.
I want to say Stephen Hawking did one of those willfully. He did one with Monty Python, where it's some bit where his wheelchair kind of turned around. Maybe he shot off like a rocket or something like that. Python, they did not beat the shit out of him and body slam him, though, and throw his wheelchair into a rocket. They didn't do that. But they wrote this bit for him, and they thought, does he want to do this? And he loved it.
Oh, another one that's going around is Mr. Rogers from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. And, that famous Mr. Rogers where he washes the black man's feet in the same water. That's a big thing.
Yes.
And so then some people, they make it Tupac. It's like, come on, you assholes. It's like Tupac's getting his feet washed.
What's the point?
And then there's one. Yeah, it's weird, because then there's one with Tupac and Kurt Cobain with Mr. Rogers, and they're talking about, they just take actual Mr. Rogers and just put these faces on them. So it's pretty fucking funny and insane. But I don't know. I think we're all going to get tired of it pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I hope so.
So much of it, it's like we call it AI slop. Like, I watch one day of it and I'm done. I've seen all of it, that I can take.
Yeah, I keep seeing AI stuff of enormous people falling through porches.
Yeah.
Or balconies, things like that.
And so I was sending something to Nunez, and he was like, "No AI," like union shit. And I was like, okay. So I try not to send AI stuff.
Oh, is it because he's union strong?
Yeah, he's union strong. He actually went and protested when in LA when last time that they had their strike.
No, AI is reality. It's not going anywhere. But this whole fact that they concocted a fake actress and got her a agent, and now she's in the newspaper is kind of ridiculous. More than ridiculous.
I think it's all that shit is just hype to me, man. And
yeah, it's all just publicity, man.
Yeah.
So I've been had. So I'm not. You mean I'm not going to?
They're trying it out. They're trying it out. They're seeing how far they can go, and it's like, I'm sure there's some dirty executives are like, we don't need those fucking humans anymore for this. Fuck those exorbitant prices we pay for these shows.
To keep people investing in that shit, you gotta keep putting money into it. You gotta be like, oh, it's gonna be,
yeah.
give you a blowjob. You're asking for it, and it's
without you asking for it. The robots are raping people. It had sex with me without asking, goddammit.
Of course they would. Wait a minute. I thought you were supposed to pleasure for my pleasure. My pleasure.
Get this latex out of my face. That's my pussy. The robots are going berserk.
Nobody will ever. I don't care how human-like they get. What you do, no one will ever respect robots. As soon as they come around, people are going to abuse them. They're going to knock them all over the place. They're not going to respect them.
I mean, they do have those robots that deliver stuff, right? What's the deal with those things?
Yeah, that always amazes me that people get out of the way and move out of the way for them.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
I'm sure if you do it in a fucked up neighborhood, they'll start knocking it over or slamming it, trying to see what's inside it.
Of course. I mean, wouldn't you? That's like those It's like bird scooters. Those things lasted for a couple of years, and then they got, people got wise that they're just going to get abused.
Yeah, it's the way Han
Somewhere
Solo treats.
Somewhere there's a landfill with those fucking things. Probably in Chile somewhere. Dug a big ass hole in the north of Chile in the desert. Fill it up with scooters and old clothing.
Come on, we can't even get robots to listen to this show.
They will. My AI friend will start listening. I've asked him to listen and to not make assumptions.
I would not mind having an AI friend, because sometimes something would happen. Like one time there was this show in New York that I really wanted to see, and it came and it went, and I'm like, fuck, why didn't one of my friends tell me about that? How dare they? How dare other people not alert me about this cool thing? So I wouldn't mind having an AI friend who's like, hey, guess what? This is going on. I don't go to shows anymore, so I don't give a rat's ass about that kind of stuff. But, it might be nice.
It's my buddy Steve Himmel. Welcome to the show, Steve. Good for you. Good for you. Good for us. What were you saying, Delaney? I wanted to add to that.
I can't remember. I was rambling about something, but I know when I see that big robot coming down the aisle in the Stop and Shop, I was giving a kind of kick. I was giving I was slamming to it because it doesn't do anything. It has no function. It has no function.
Take my job
around the store.
The robots, the sex robots, that'll
catch on.
That industry is moving faster than anyone, because that's the money's in the real pervs, buying these sex robots. So that's the.
I keep seeing videos of like Japanese businessmen getting weird with robots, and I don't know if it's AI or if they're just getting really good with the robots.
When they first started talking about sex robots, there was a conference in Japan, and it was so packed they had to shut it down because so many dudes showed up just to see what the prototype of sex robots look like.
Oh my God!
People want that so bad.
Yeah, so bad.
They can't wait.
And there's so much. Well, there's so much because in Japan you can't have like there's just not a lot of chicks for the dudes, because you can't. It's better to have boys than ladies in that culture.
Well, also,
so the guys are lonely as fuck, getting drunk, and it's just a mess, man.
Let's face it, too. There's a kind of a cultural thing with like sexuality there, and with pornography and stuff like that. That, of course, they would make sex robots first. That would be the first place you'd have them.
Yeah, I mean,
Besides
I think
just the numbers problem.
I think India is not far behind in that technology.
Sex robots.
Yeah, sex robots.
Raj, you got to mute when you blow your nose, because that microphone you have, like, it just blows out incredibly. It's so chopper fire.
I'm trying to cover it. Does this not work?
It doesn't work at all.
Oh my God. This is like a fucking earthquake. Really.
The microphone must run through the headphones and everything. It's just so cheap. It's just like whatever. It picks up anything.
It sounded better when you tilted it up. It sounded pretty good because you're blown out.
Yeah.
Right now? Right now is okay?
Yeah.
No, bring it down a little bit more. Just a little more. Yeah, that's better.
Hey, come on, guys. Good fuck with me.
No.
Now put it up. Now put it up a little bit. No. A little bit higher.
In your butt. Ah.
You were blown out. You were.
All right. I have to go get soda. I'll be right back.
How's my levels?
Yours are great.
You
even
sound great.
I couldn't figure out when you had the same microphone as Horatio, your mic sounded better than his for some reason, and I couldn't figure out why.
Oh, well, it died quick. died an early death.
Okay.
Rod said he had
Oh
a
no,
frightening moment last time.
Steve's saying he can barely hear you. You're actually low.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you guys said before when I had this. I wonder if I turn this up, does it make a difference? Does this make a difference?
Put
Because
the
I had
mic
to
down.
turn
Let
it
me hear.
down because Raj was
Yeah.
so blown out. I
Yeah,
would
you
have
were.
turned it up a little.
Just with it being closer to your mouth actually makes the most difference.
That's why I hold it like this. But last week you said don't hold it. You said it sounded okay, but whatever. I'm not saying anything of importance anyhow.
I did turn down your volume because Horatio was so loud, so I'll turn it up a little bit
I
now.
know. I know. Maybe it's because everyone had to turn down because Roger's up so high.
Yeah.
It must be Bastille Day or something. Turner Classics is playing all these movies about the French Revolution.
Was it the Bastille Day in the summer?
I don't. Yeah, it is, isn't it? I don't know why they're playing all these French Revolution movies. Oh well.
Yeah, it's in July. I don't know why I knew that or why I ever cared, but yeah.
October's going by incredibly fast.
Right?
It's already
Isn't it?
halfway gone. It's Rocktober. It's the scary. Yeah, October is one of my least favorite months, just in terms of entertainment,
I love it.
because I'm a big movie watcher, an avid movie watcher, and I like to go around and fill up my DVR with movies, and they're all horror movies.
They're all scary movies, yeah.
On October, and I'm not into that shit so
But
much.
listen,
Once
there's
in
a
a while,
big
I'll see a good one.
there's a big variety of scary movies. You know, you can watch like
That's
old
true.
timey scary movies. You can watch newer scary movies. There's always horror movies, and
Right.
a
Just
countless variety of horror movies.
it's just not my jam, But I'll
Yeah,
get
it's not.
sucked into one once in a while.
As a kid, I liked those Friday the 13th. All those things. But
As a kid, I loved them. I gravitated towards them. The more bring it on, the more horror, the more shock, the more whatever, the better. I was into intense experiences. I wanted to see everything, and I like the special effects too. But now that as I get older, I'm not interested in that stuff anymore.
do you get scared of the Blair Witch Project?
Nah,
Those
I
type
was a
of.
little.
There's a lot of those now,
I
like
didn't like
found
Blair Witch.
footage. Right, Jerry? There's a lot of found footage movies.
Yeah.
What's Lunar Spunk have to say about it?
Brent Weinbach did a bit.
Wait, found footage movies? You mean stuff like American Movie?
No, I mean like the Blair Witch Project, where someone finds a tape and it's like, they document all this horrible shit happening, and it's usually demonic in some way.
Oh,
I
as
love.
you mean as if it was found?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
like fake.
You're watching the footage of whatever. I like. I mean, some of them are done better than others. The one where like the lady is in the house. There's one where, or like the lady is in the house. It's like the footage of the security cameras inside their house, and the lady gets possessed, and you just kind of watch it like you're seeing little scenes of the security camera, and then you see
Paranormal, the
Is that what
paranormal
it's called,
movies.
Paranormal? Yeah, it's one of those It's one of those movies, but
Yeah,
it's
there's
found
like
footage
4 of them,
too.
and they're all pretty good. Yeah,
Yeah. I kind of like those.
yeah, I like those a lot too. Have you seen those, Mike?
No, I don't know if I've seen any other than Blair Witch, where it was like ostensibly found footage.
I think
Blair
it's called
Witch.
Paranormal.
Yeah, Blair Witch was the first of those types of movies.
I didn't like Blair Witch, so
I didn't
that's
either.
probably.
I was scared when I saw that. I was like, it was like the tension was like really.
Well, it was all about that, right? It was all about the tension.
I saw it at a premiere at Sundance with like the producer, and he was saying like, I mean, he was in heaven because there's rumors that people were going to buy this thing, and they did end up buying it for a lot. It became huge. artisan films.
Anyway,
I was there in the dark watching it with the Sundance crowd, and we were all like, edge of your seat, like literally edge of your seat, like, fuck, I hate this feeling. And I guess that's good when you're like, your fucking heart starts racing, and you're like, I don't want this, I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, that's the beauty of horror. That's the beauty of.
My favorite horror movies are like Satanic Cabal, like somebody's like, they're after somebody and they get them and they want to sacrifice them or shit like that. They wake up and they're all fucking chained up and everybody's got hoods and they're like, "God, the devil's gonna fuck you now."
That's Rosemary's
I know.
Baby.
That's gonna be like
I just described Rosemary's Baby. Yeah.
They leave most of it in the shadows, But then there's a million cheap ripoffs where it's a bunch of hooded people getting some poor woman who's got to be beautiful. She's probably blonde, and they really let her have it.
Yeah. The devil's coming in here. Gotta give the devil his due.
What's the devil gonna do? What do you think devil's gonna do?
You think?
Right?
I love a mockumentary. Now, I don't know if Blair Witch is classified as mockumentary.
Not really, no. Because it wasn't a documentary. It was like their footage, There's other movies that are like that, though. Like, I'm looking for a ghost, or this is a documentary. But, like, yeah.
Yeah, now that is a style that's been around forever. That you can shoot a movie as if it's a documentary.
And the good thing is it's cheap because you're using, you're mimicking something that's simple. So it's like, it's not like filming something, right?
Right.
Citizen Kane gets into a little bit of it with the old Xanadu. There's a whole little newsreels, a little fake docu at the beginning about Xanadu.
Yeah.
In fucking Florida. How prescient is that?
Xanadu was supposed to be in Florida?
It's in Florida, where Mar-a-Lago is.
Trump's a big Citizen Kane fan. We talked about it. When he did the show, we talked about that. We talked about the Magnificent Andersons, and he's like, I'd like the original ending put back on. I'm like, I don't know,
Oh, really?
No. No.
Yeah,
You got me.
Because I know you wrote that fucking Donald Trump House of Wings bit that he did.
I did. I wrote something that he acted in, yeah.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Fuck, we almost got him in a chicken suit. I don't think he is in a chicken suit. In my mind, I remember it. That's like one of those, the Mandela effect.
Did you talk to him?
Everyone else dressed up in the chicken suits.
Just highs and goodbyes, just highs. Well, how you doing? Good, how you doing? And then he would just like, what's really funny is that he shared that behavior like, kind of like to themselves.
Uh-huh.
With Paris Hilton had the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like they're too weird to like just be normal around other people. They're so guarded about what they're, but and I'm sure you get them in a different situation. But in the world where you just put someone in a studio full of people working, they're not gregarious. Some people are gregarious and like laughing and making friends with everybody.
Yeah, some people.
Well,
Yeah, no. Some people are just like, it's just it's as awkward as ever. It's not going to be. They're not going to put you at ease.
Yeah. I was doing background on the Paris Hilton show, and Raj, you pointed out the fact that woman was very aware when she walked into a room. The scene starts when she walks into the room, like it's the whole thing's a performance for people like that.
Yeah, she had those little booty workout pants. They had the writing on the ass.
Juicy
or something. Yeah, she smells great, and she's all just kind of pink, like a pink cloud walking around. Everybody's like and so it's like you're watching a real Barbie, and so everybody's like, well, that's what I kind of grew up liking, I think. So everybody's intoxicated.
You're seeing nothing but pamper. You know, I can remember seeing like girls like that. Like she's just like pampered herself. You smell it. You know, it's just nothing but pamper herself all day. Coming. Yeah.
I was there on the Britney Spears show. We're doing background for Britney Spears. There's a million extras. They built this whole cruise ship set. And then we all leave, and I'm like, this thing's getting cut. And the extra goes, it was all these old guys, are you kidding me? With the amount of money, the dough they dropped on that set, are you kidding me? Cruise ships cut. Everyone can go home.
They do, man. They cut expensive stuff all the time. They don't
fucking care what it costs. They got no. What is Lauren?
No, you can't.
Probably the same budget. No.
That's why I'm afraid when Lauren dies, they're just gonna slash the fuck out of that budget.
Yeah, he's the only person that could like fight for like it just can't matter. It can't matter. You know
what?
He's like that. You can't matter. The budget can't matter if you're gonna do this show the right way. You can't be thinking about like, oh, this music costs this. I mean, they would come every year, I guess, because they did that at the beginning of the year, like, hey guys, let's talk about the music that you're gonna use. Let's watch it with the music. Nobody cared after they gave that speech. Fucking
right.
Like,
yeah.
Like it's
you just try to have lawyers like, hey, let's use it. Let's take it easy with the symbols and people. Fuck that.
Well, that's what Zonars was for, to come up with music that's like the thing that you can't get the rights to.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you claim it as your song. So you get the publishing or whatever they call that.
But the cast members don't.
Right, the cast members don't.
We've already gone through this on you getting hosed on your Christmas song.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like the old blues singers in the '60s with the record companies. Or the soul singers are getting ripped off. Everyone's getting ripped off.
It's so weird because like I've done music for other shows, and I still get like little bitty royalty checks for, when it runs on something, whatever.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. I mean, I think the year that song ran in a commercial for Toyota.
Yeah.
It was like a Christmas commercial.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think that year, I think I made $250 that year from that.
Whoa.
It's in my mind.
NBC owns that. General Electric owns that.
I mean, they had to pay somebody when they used that in that commercial. They had to pay somebody for that music.
That's what the bing bong thing of NBC means.
That's the thing. When you join the staff, you're like, you don't own those things, and you think, what I think happened to me is that they just someone who was working, I'm not saying Zonars, I don't want to get in trouble, but there was a few people that could do something like that. They may have taken the majority of the credit or written as head writer. I don't know what the fuck happened, but I got fucked. It's a labor of love, that song. I love that people still sing it, that people still do it, and all this shit.
People love it. I heard Max Weinberg made a shit ton of money because he wrote this porn. He didn't even write it. It just went to Max. It was actually, I think the bass player came up with it. It was this porn theme they used every time they did a fake porn thing or cut to a porn beat. They would play that same riff. And I think Jimmy actually wrote it, but probably Max got paid for it.
Yeah, that fucking, I remember talking to a guy and being like, it's Ozzy's album. Just here's the album, just do the guitar for it, because we'd have to make a track, for the show. And he'd always act like he didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. He's like, no, here it is. And it was because he was changing it. He's doing a different key or something, and changing it up a little bit so that he can be as the writer on this thing. Those guys must have made a fucking mint. And so finally, I mean, I swear to God, it was still not Ozzy. It's still like a little bit off, so that they can get paid. Like, what a racket.
No, wow. Well, okay.
I mean, who knows? Maybe that's changed.
Yeah, maybe it has. Because I wondered, like,
and maybe it's just
Lonely Island. Like those guys, they did their own. A lot of those songs were songs that they had before. They were on. They did them on SNL.
I'm sure those guys got a better deal out of it. Yeah, I'm sure those guys weren't. I mean, once that started, because they had hits, kind of like. Yeah, they probably negotiated their own little situation there.
And it was a slow build for those guys. They kept putting out song after song after song. Really funny stuff.
Who knows? Maybe they didn't get paid for that. I mean,
I don't know. Like Lazy Sunday has like millions of views on YouTube. I mean, millions.
They probably didn't make anything.
Millions. Maybe a billion.
Yeah, on that one because that.
I'm sure. Yeah, because that was straight up on SNL. Like that was just a sketch, right?
Yeah.
That was that was like their
regular video. Yeah.
Parnell was in it.
Was that the first one? Was that the first one that hit?
Yeah. I think it was the first. Yeah, the like viral one. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe they'd made a couple, but that's interesting. I think I just remember like that blowing up, and then it was like whatever, like.
I remember not giving a.
Then it became almost a weekly thing.
I remember barely noticing that. I watched the show. They did the Lazy Sunday video. I was probably doing something else at the time, and the next morning, Bobby was showing it to everybody. And I'm like, that one? Why that one? And then, of course, it blows up. It's a huge hit.
Yeah.
I always miss the boat on these things.
That's what those kids that were, 10 years younger than us. They dug that shit.
Yeah. It was really good. It was really well done. And it was a video, and it was the first, like that, and Dick in the Box. It was the first thing that you could like just separate out of the show. People start sharing stuff like they had, and people weren't doing that before with sketches. And stuff. Kind of gave you an idea of what, like, SNL can have another life with like this stuff being shared the next day.
Did you guys watch SNL this week?
I did.
I did. I watched. Yeah.
It was the Amy show. It's
Amy,
always good when
I watched some of it. I didn't watch all of it.
Do you remember we were talking about that lady, that crazy lady that would go on Montel and do psychic shit?
That was
remember that was the lady I was talking about, right. And they did it perfect. Yeah. Actually, she's weirder than that. She's worse than that.
She is.
Like they showed clips of her talking to someone, and she's like, "I see water. I see water. I think she's dead in the water." Like talking to two parents that have a missing kid. Like, what the fuck?
No.
They're like, "Oh no, thank you." Like, that's it, honey. I feel that she's in water. She's dead. She's in one. She's in one of these lagoons off of the expressway. So Amy did a wonderful job with that. I think that was my favorite sketch of this show.
Uh-huh.
How about you guys?
I like the premise of the woman who's having a work birth. But the audience wasn't buying it. They just weren't going. I think the audience was it's a couple points that should have hit that it just didn't. What's going on?
I think a lot of the audience was like, every time you get like a heartthrob guy, you get executives, kids and shit in the crowd.
Was like, it that guy? Oh, that was an overdose of cuteness. What the hell was going on with that?
That guy was awful.
Woo!
That guy was stinkeroony. And I was joking around with myself saying, like, that kid Barcode was a real fucking stinker. Like, he has a name like our Barcode.
Sally, you're not talking about the musical guys here?
Yeah.
And
role model?
The audacity.
Role model. His name is Role Model.
Barcode?
He's Barcode.
Barcode. You're just talking about his tattoos.
I don't know. My fucking spaghetti role model. And so I noticed that the crowd wasn't getting the darker stuff. They were a little quiet. So that had I remember it's, never blame the crowd, but remember the Hansons? Were you there when the Hansons did the show?
No.
Oh, the comedy suffered severely.
I'm sure
because
it's all like
the people that wanted to see the Hansons.
Yeah.
You know,
Raj, did they do Bop?
Of course. Yeah.
Did they do it twice? Did they do it for both of their numbers?
No, they had another one. I think they had another one.
That you ever see that Sugar Man documentary? Where everyone believed the story that he died, that he'd blown his brains out on stage, and because he was just gone, he was gone forever. And then in the doc, he then showed this really happened. He then showed up again in South Africa after being gone for decades, and people lost their minds.
Yeah, he was in Detroit doing like a city job or something, wasn't he?
He was just shoveling gravel. He just was a construction worker for a few decades, and then he came back.
Hey, please let me build with you guys. No, there's gravel that you gotta just one pile to the next. And wait for the truck to come. Oh no, Rodriguez. Is this Rodriguez or Sugar Man?
Sixto Rodriguez.
The American Native American man who's big in like South Africa. He's big in some country. I'm confusing. I'm confusing documentaries.
No. You're right. He was the Elvis of South Africa. They fucking loved him. Someone was selling his album. Someone was selling bootlegs of his records and making them in. And meanwhile, he's shoveling gravel in Michigan. And then he came back from the dead because they all thought he was dead. Everyone believed this story about him, and they made.
I know.
Why I brought this up is because they made him keep playing his hit. They made him play it again. He opened the show with it, and then they wanted it more, and he's like, "All right, I'll play it. I'll keep playing the same song."
And then and then at the end, he gets to go back to the gravel.
Yeah, but just for short term, and he put together a tour. He lived.
I'm sure he's touring now.
The rest of his life after that documentary came out, he did have to shovel gravel till the doc came out, and then he was a fucking star. And he lived like a star after that.
Yeah, he lived in like Detroit, like the actual city, I think.
Yes,
you see him walking in the snow.
Right, yeah, because he had 2 albums.
And his bootleg, I guess, got big out there somehow. A bootleg with his stuff. So.
Yeah, it was just it was just unauthorized copies that were being sold clearly.
So when he got there, he was a hero again. He got a heroic welcome again.
So I don't get it. Were you comparing him to the role model guy?
I think Delaney was.
No, I made some dumb joke that Hanson, since Hanson only had one song, I thought maybe they played Mbop twice.
Oh right, okay. That role model dude, did he play 2 songs? Because I didn't hear a second song. Or did he just play one song? He played another song?
I think he did. Yeah.
I skipped through it. I wasn't going to put up with that nonsense.
This is me and Citizen Kane, above that rafters when the women start singing opera.
When he's like, "And you'll continue to sing, you'll sing," and she's like, "But I gotta put up with the raspberries."
Oh boy!
He's so fucking
no good there.
He builds an opera house for his wife, and it turns out she can't sing, but he pays all the critics to say she's great, so she tours the world in packed houses. And I gotta hear the raspberries.
That song that dude plays.
You'll sing when I say you'll sing.
You'll sing. You'll continue to sing. Xanadu, home to spider monkeys and zebras.
Mar-a-Lago!
Mar-a-Lago! Don't be the stray alligator. You'll get taken out by one of the many gods hosted along the walkways. Oh no. It's another sonic assault. Oh,
Sorry, guys.
Raj
I'm at my shipping and receiving job.
Raj turned. No, he turned quiet storm. All right, we're gonna take the mood down a little bit.
We're gonna take it down.
We're moving into the evening.
I closed the garage, so now you're seeing my man cave lighting.
Nice.
Barcode's second song was Zumba.
Oh, that would have been brilliant.
No,
Barcode
and his voice sounded like shit.
Version of Mbop. Yeah, he was just a cutie pie.
Ladies and gentlemen, Barcode. No, it's Role Model. I'm sorry. I thought.
I really shouldn't be hosting, gang. Here they are. I don't know. I'm fried, man. Fried.
My favorite giggle of the night was Sarah Sherman showing up with that shirt with the little red kind of checks on it, and Amy calling her, "You, tablecloth."
Yeah.
And you know it was Sarah Squirms. It was from her real wardrobe. You knew it.
I'm trying to think of the scenes now. Anybody? I can't think of any, really.
No,
I can't think of any either.
I never can.
The opener, Tina.
Oh, she's great. She's so fucking good.
She's really good. They're really good as those two nutcases.
Yeah.
Because
Tina,
she made her face look all fucked up the way that lady's face.
Yeah. Yeah. On purpose. Yeah.
Her face all sliding off.
Like,
so fucking mean.
I thought that
but you know those gals must fucking hate these people.
Oh, I mean, just to have the ability or the opportunity to do them after watching them, especially Pam Bondi. I'm not going to tell you anything. I'm not going to say anything to you. What about you, Senator? You love dark money.
It's like the Twilight Zone. And what happened is that Hee Haw became evil somehow. it became evil, and then it got into people's bloodstreams. It's evil Hee Haw. This whole administration is evil Hee Haw.
It is. It always freaked me out. It always freaked me out. It was like laughing, but there's something wrong here. Something's going on.
It was so corny, man.
Wicked.
Even for like a 5-year-old, like those jokes are god awful.
Man, my dad loved it. My dad loved Hee Haw.
Your dad loved Hee Haw?
Yeah, I didn't get it when I was a kid. I was just like, does he miss the South so much that he's got to watch? I'm like, these people would not like us.
No.
Oh, I miss the South. No, you shouldn't.
That man would tell me to get off his porch.
Because I was used to laughing. And then now all of a sudden it's these fucking hicks. They got like a chick with a blacked out tooth. And like they have no... They can't afford shoes. It's like, what happened? What is this dystopic world?
You know what that world was? That was America. You know, it's been studied.
That was the real America.
When country
that's Jim Crow America.
When country music gets more popular, wrestling the ratings go up at the same time, and NASCAR gets popular too. Like it goes in cycles. And right now it's like all that stuff is like all-time high. Like it goes up, back and forth.
The only
so that's a bad sign, isn't it?
I was moved from the Boston area to South Florida when I was 12, and everything was a downgrade in my life. Absolutely everything except the wrestling. The wrestling, NWA wrestling was even better than WWF. That's when they still had time for the extra W.
Yeah.
You watched that? So you got into wrestling in Florida?
I was into wrestling already up north, but then Southern wrestling was even better, even sweeter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They acted more. They did more.
They did more. They got really into the stories.
Yeah.
Eric Embry outing the Sheik for the man's from Iran. He brings out the photo of him in the Iranian Olympics. The man's from Iran,
Right.
as if it was the
like,
worst indictment. He's an
yeah,
Iranian. And he ran with Nikolai Volkov, of course.
yeah. What were they called? The Axis of Evil?
Yeah, they had
Yeah.
an axis. They didn't that term hadn't come about yet at the time. It hadn't got into wrestling, but yeah, they definitely had their own evil axis.
I forgot what their name was, but yeah,
Nikolai Volkov and the Sheik.
and the Iron Sheik, yeah.
Iron Sheik.
Boo!
That's when he changed his
Fuck
name.
you,
He
America.
used to be called. His name was the Hussein Arab, and he had to change his name because Eric Embry outed him for being from Iran.
Wait, what was his original name?
The Hussein Arab.
The Hussein
I knew him
Arab.
from up north because he fought in he wrestled in the WWF up north all the time, so I knew him well. And then he transferred down to the NWA, National Wrestling.
Oh, you'd go to the matches?
In Florida, we went every Monday night. I saw all those guys wrestle live.
That is amazing.
Monday night.
I would have
wrestling
loved
in
to
the
do that.
Hollywood
There's nothing like
Sportatorium.
that in Chicago.
It was, and it was. There were never full houses, so you could sit way up in the back and smoke joints up there, and nobody knew or would bother you. My brother got kicked out.
What a glorious time.
My brother got booted out one night for spitting on the assassin number 3. It was a fucking. He hawked this yellow loogie that stood out on his black uniform. It was disgusting.
Okay.
I was shocked. I was shocked when my brother did it. No, you can't spit on people.
God.
They kicked him out of the sportatorium.
Yeah.
Wait, he cut out.
Yeah,
Oh, he froze.
We'll get him back.
Bring him back, Jerry.
Yeah, I want to hear more.
Go. No. No.
I want to hear more about South Florida wrestling. No,
What
I would go
was
to.
the-
I would go. I was born in Memphis, so when I would go to see my relatives, I would go see all these wrestling people that you didn't see that ended up becoming famous later on. But yeah, I see a lot of those southern wrestlers
regional?
that were in the southern circuits. Yeah, regional stuff.
I love the regional stuff.
Yeah.
But I wanted to see the big matches. Saw lots of Dusty Rhodes. I saw Texas death matches where they would bring out the barbed wire. There was one dumbass match where they had this metal glove on top of a pole. And if you could make it up the pole and get to the glove, you were allowed to use it.
Gauntlet, they still do. I think they still do that.
Gauntlet, yes, Gauntlet. Gauntlet's match. They had one called the Texas Bull Rope match. This was insane.
Tied together?
Yes.
Tied together? Yeah.
They had a bull rope where it was Harley Race and Dusty Rhodes, like 2 350-pound men, and then there was a cowbell in the middle of it. And he would take the first thing he did was take the cowbell and beat on Dusty's head so Dusty's head would bleed. And then it would flow down through his whole body was covered with blood for the whole match.
Because he cut his forehead with
he get
a
the
razor
head
blade.
going first thing, right? It made it very exciting.
Oh, yeah, all the posters always had blood. Whenever you saw anything for wrestling, it always had just guys. The wrestling magazines were always just guys bleeding all over the place.
Yeah.
What a gory world.
They had gory like there was certain wrestling magazines that were for the gore. Like that's why they would do it, for the pictures, You get those bloody pictures of them like.
Well, yeah, there was a gore, and there were gore magazines, right? Fangora?
Well, Fangora was like for movies, but
but there were like 4 or 5 or 6 or 7, like one of those
wrestling magazines,
True Detective, True Detective, those murder porn.
Oh, that stuff was those were for like serial killers. Those magazines, man.
Yeah, I looked through them, but never purchased one.
So
I'm pretty close.
Man, this is
I'm
weird,
really close
man.
to being a serial killer.
Yeah.
The only thing in that triangle of all the weirdness that serial killers have, I don't like to hurt animals. Never have. So
Well, that's
I'm not a
probably why
serial killer.
you couldn't become a serial
That's the
killer.
one thing that's keeping me from being a serial killer is that.
Right. You
now,
ticked all the other boxes.
Yeah.
You had
Now,
the bedwetting down, right?
reading those magazines, the bedwetting, setting things on fire. I used to set things on fire when I was a kid. Almost set my house on fire.
Oh no.
Yeah. So yeah, I was close.
No, you became a comedian instead.
Yeah. I'm like Dexter. I became a
You still
comedian
kill.
so I wouldn't kill people.
You still slay them, Raj. You're
I still
slaying
killing
the
them.
aisles.
I still killing them. That's right. Ding 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 ding.
I'm glad we never use that term. We don't use that term too much in improv and sketch.
No.
Kill and murder.
No.
You stupid ass. That's why they're all criminals.
But we do say, "Oh, I died. I ate it." We keep all.
Yeah,
those.
keep it personal. Don't inflict the harm on other people.
You're talking about like when you get laughs. What do you call them in improv?
Yeah.
You just say that's funny, right? You just go, that shit was funny. If you talk about it,
or the crowd
that really
was
worked,
like, or he was on fire, or he was like really
on fire.
Yeah, we don't say killed.
We
killed
it tonight. Honey,
murdered.
We killed. I knocked him dead.
Murdered. I murdered them. Fucking criminals. All of them. All the lot of them. Criminals.
Do you guys watch the Ed Gein documentary?
What's that?
Who?
The Ed Gein documentary?
I haven't watched that yet. No.
Who is that? No, educate me.
He was a murderer.
Oh, get out of here with that murder stuff.
Made skin suits. Skin suits.
No, I don't want to know.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it's good. It's worth watching. It's worth watching. Yeah.
Buffalo Bill is a real guy, isn't he? I know Hannibal Lecter is a real guy because my president told me so.
Well, the miniseries kind of shows you how he like that murder and how it was sensationalized, like inspired Ted Bundy.
Of course, I can't
Richard
get a good
Speck.
shot without a fucking giant bottle of medicine. Get out of here! Get out of here with the medicine.
So the series shows kind of like, and if this is a little spoiler, but Hitchcock is a prominent character.
She's dead. You can't spoil it. Sorry.
Take it easy, will you?
Sorry.
Richard Speck was inspired by. He was inspired by and Ed Gein. Oh, right, because Ed Gein was like the original creepy murder.
Yeah, so it shows that inspired Hitchcock to do Psycho. And so that Psycho inspired all these other people, but it also it shows you that those guys were already into Gein, like before Psycho, they were already on board. And
but how could you be into it? Like, what did you do? Could they collect magazine or newspaper articles? How do you?
He's the first. Well, he's the first famous murderer.
Right.
And in newspapers, it was a huge story, and it was sensationalized. So I think for them, it's like, ooh, finally we got a guy, someone we can look up to.
Hero. Mm-hmm. This guy's making lamps out of people.
Yeah, and when you can take a little bit about whatever he's doing, you can take a little bit from it. Shoot people with shotguns. He skinned people and tried to make suits out of people. He made like crazy, and so that inspired Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's why that guy's wearing is actually someone's face.
The Leatherface, yeah,
with the chainsaw.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So one little murderer in Wisconsin could influence a whole thing.
I really hate murdery stuff, but those movies.
I don't think the good thing about Gein is he wasn't a torturer guy.
Well, that's good. That's nice.
Yeah, even though he took skinned him like a deer because he knew what to do. Like he knew how to render leather. Crazy shit. If you look up Ed Gein chair, you see a chair that he made out of skin that has fucking faces in it. like there's faces in the chair, like in the arm.
What was the reason that he made shit out of people? I mean, what was the reason? Did he have a reason? No.
No, he just had a fascination with like the Nazi, the Holocaust photos, like that were coming out.
Oh.
And he wanted to see them, and he had a fascination with them. And I don't know how that turned into taking people's skin.
Excuse me.
But I guess it opened them up to a violence. You know, like, so that's another thing that the Holocaust inspired. In this movie, that's what they kind of tell
They
you.
just said the Holocaust inspired life. Yes. Yeah.
He's getting into like the photographs of people dead and the piles of people in the pits and shit. So that, and then I don't know, the weird sexual thing is that he's like in love with his mom, but you don't really.
Well, yeah, they all are.
Poor Delaney's over there.
They've all got Oedipal. Oh, sorry.
They kind of do, yeah.
Awful.
Anyway, it's worth watching. It's funny. Terrible. You know.
Well, I got this is about my last 10 minutes before I gotta take my dog to get him his haircut.
That sounds great.
Yeah, he needs it.
I'm gonna go have lunch with this guy, Mitch.
Mitch Dolphin?
Mitch Dolphin, yeah.
Mitch Cupstein?
Mitch
Sanders. Mitch Sanders. A wonderful bartender from the wonderful bar Escondite.
Oh, yeah.
And I hate to use this term, Skid Rokio, but that's where it is in that area.
Right.
The grocery store, the little grocery, the bodega, catty corner from his place is called Skid Row Grocery. That's the name of the place.
It's the name of the name of the neighborhood is Skid Row.
That's the name of the establishment. Yeah.
Yeah. The fire trucks say Skid Row from that neighborhood.
You're kidding me.
Yeah.
That's nutty.
Mm-hmm.
Only LA.
Have you ever driven down those streets, Delaney, where everybody's the encampments are?
100 times I had to dialyze there.
Oh, wow.
That's right. That's right.
But I kept going back to those shitty neighborhoods. Every time I came to LA, I didn't learn my lesson. I kept going downtown to dialyze. Why did I do that?
Yeah, do not.
I should have gone to. No, next time I'm going to Beverly Hills.
Beverly Hills, yeah. Go to Santa Monica, man.
Yeah, it's worth the drive, man.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's worth the drive.
Doing phoresis driving to Santa Monica was a fucking pain in the ass.
I wonder if there's one by the ocean. When you can.
There's a zillion people there. They gotta be all over the place.
Of course, yeah.
The trick is you just got to get there. You don't want to drive an hour and a half home after one of those things.
I guess not. Yeah,
so
tired.
The last place we were at, how long did it take you to get there from Silver Lake?
That's why I went to Skid Row, because it was so close. It was only
close.
50.
Yeah.
It was only 50, and we passed by Chinatown, and LA doesn't appreciate its Chinatown. I got plenty of good chow down there.
Oh yeah, no, it's good. No, yeah, LA's Chinatown is actually a real Chinatown.
Just the restaurants look like shit from the outside.
Yeah,
they haven't really done anything to make it flashy, but the food's there.
That's what all Chinatowns look like. They all look like they were just like just banged together.
Yeah, but you can walk right. You go to Chinatowns and other places, and you walk right outside of it, and you're in a modern city. You know, Here it's like or in LA it's nobody cares about all of downtown, so Chinatown shitty, everything shitty down there.
I like Little Tokyo too. It's a really cool neighborhood.
Same place, but yeah.
Same exact place.
Almost.
It's near. It's very close.
Yeah.
I go to Little Somalia. I get great food there. Great restaurants.
Raj, there is no Little Somalia. That is a Somalian restaurant that you like to call. You like to call that area Little Somalia.
There kind of is. There's a little area.
There
that
has to
like
be, right?
Yeah, there's like a little like African restaurant, little row in West LA.
Oh yeah, when you got to go past it when you're driving to the airport.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Oh man, we had this Sri Lankan restaurant in New York, right in Chelsea, right in the Improv District, and they had this great dish, vegetable lamprey. It's like a festival dish. It's amazing, but I guess everything else wasn't so good because I used to take everybody there, and then finally Raj had to like pull me aside and be like, "That place is terrible. No one likes it." Because I'm like, let's go to, it was called Banana Leaf. Let's go to the Banana Leaf. He's like, that place is awful. I ate there once a week. I loved it. No one else. And then one time I ordered the beef, and I was like, oh, God, this is dog food. It is all, he was right. This place is fucking, this is cat food. They closed down. The lamprey was so good.
Went to a Indian restaurant with Raj one night, and a rat ran by, and he was just Horatio just had it then. The waiter kept coming by. He's like, yeah, man, no. No, I'm sorry, no.
Like I know every restaurant has rats or whatever, but when they're coming out in front of the fucking running over your feet, that's where I draw the line.
He's like, what is the construction? This construction upstairs. He's like, yeah, I'm sorry, but no, I can't anymore.
Yeah, because they were tearing down a building near 30 Rock, and so all the rats were running away from where they were and going into restaurants.
So just running around.
And that's right. I saw like 1, 2, 3. I'm like, let's get the fuck out of here, Jerry.
No, man. No.
It was kind of a fancy Indian restaurant there almost. What was I don't even think it's there anymore.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I felt
terrific food. Terrific food, but that was fucking like, man, I can't deal with this, Call an exterminator, and I'll be here in maybe a couple months.
Because you jumped up and like knocked your food over. It's like,
that was like the Three Stooges when they fucking serve up a tray of fucking rats, and like, at the society ball or whatever, where they have to serve.
He's like knocks over his food. He's like, oh, is there a problem? Yeah, man, I'm sorry. There's a rat. A rat? A rat? Yeah, a rat. Yes, sir.
After a while, I had to talk to the guy. I'm like, one rat, one thing, is one thing, but I think Jerry saw one go behind me, and
right.
I said, hey, man, this is really fucked up. I know, construction next door, and all the rats are coming from. Like, I don't even need any more.
Yeah, nope.
I'm sorry. You're going to suffer, but I'm sorry, but I'm not going to go in with you.
So, Raj, you walked out on that meal?
I did.
Yeah, we both did.
There was a nice restaurant on like 50th that we used to go to. It was, it was like nice. It was like a little high-endy.
I once walked out on a meal because it was a bad time. It was a very bad time in my life. And my son was being just like the worst. He was being the worst. He wouldn't talk to me. And I go out to dinner by myself. I go in, just one, sir? I say, yes. And then another maitre d' comes up. How many? I say, one. He sits me down. Waiter comes over. They clear everything. Scramble to take everything away from the table. He comes over. Just yourself, sir? I said, yeah, just me. I don't have water. I don't have a menu. Another motherfucker comes up and says, how many? I said, you know what? I'm leaving.
No friends, sir?
Times. They're just rubbing it dining alone.
Was it closing time? Was it just before closing time?
No, it's just one of those things where everyone's fucking ignoring you. You're bored. You're sitting there. You don't even have a glass of water. and all everyone it says is, "Oh, how many for you? One."
Who are you gonna complain to? Yourself?
Oh man, I was in a bad mood to start with, but I was just like, fuck this place.
I yelled at one of the managers at Roscoe's Chicken because they were letting everybody in instead of before they're just letting black people in, not letting us in. I'm like, hey, what's going on in here?
You got to do it there, and you know what? You do it there to be like, oh, next. Okay, oh, you next then. Wait a minute. You know, it's all about like just like knowing you. Like, yeah, man.
Yep.
Be nice to me. Yeah, I can get it.
But,
yeah, was it the
so
dude with the cactus hat?
We went to the one on Pico.
Uh-huh.
And that one was good. That one was like
that one you
chill.
Can
you could get in easy, order like a normal place.
Yeah, that's not the Hollywood one. The Hollywood one is like where the stars come and they get a little picky with who gets in there.
And not to be creepy on Halloween, close to Halloween, but we referred to a murder that happened there.
The rapper,
weeks ago. The rapper was killed because he was live streaming. Like, hey, look at me! I'm having chicken at Roscoe's, and he had like all these diamonds and shit on. And so people just showed up, right? Jerry, is that the story?
That's pretty much, yeah. Well, no. I mean, I think there's been plenty of murders there, not just that one.
It was quite ghoulish.
Yeah, that's every restaurant in LA.
Roscoe's Chicken is the place where most murders happen. Let's pull my van up to Roscoe's on my creepy Halloween tour. Biggie had his last meal here. The notorious B.I.G. had his last meal here.
D'Angelo's in Orlando.
Oh, man, I tried to get food in Orlando once. I was there. It's my mom's birthday. Everybody went to Orlando. It's absolutely impossible to get a normal meal. You would go to these restaurants. It was just horrible, abysmal. Finally, I got a normal meal at a Japanese steakhouse, but they gave Mom a stomach ache.
Isn't every restaurant in Orlando like Cheesecake Factory?
Yeah, it was awful.
What I thought.
It was awful.
Like it's all like bad processed food, over-processed food, but you can get anything.
Hey, man, that's where the fucking hijackers, the 9/11 hijackers, that's where they went and partied. Took flying lessons and shit.
Dude, that's the worst last meal you can have. It's like at a Cracker Barrel.
Oh, I thought you were outraged about 9/11, but no, it's Cracker Barrel?
No, it's that they had to have such an awful last meal. That was the outrage.
The 9/11 guys?
You know where the fucking 9/11 guys learned to
fly? The hijackers.
The hijackers learned to fly at Delray Beach, one of my homes. I have like 3 hometowns.
But they went to a strip club in Orlando, I think, before they died. That's
against their religion.
Well,
they were going to go into a fucking building. You know, they're like, hey, we're all dying tomorrow. Let's get a little drunk and maybe
they're gonna get naughty. You shouldn't drink before you fly an airplane.
I don't think they were drinking. I don't think they were drinking, but maybe they definitely were at a strip club, and I think it was in Orlando.
They all went to a Bill Burr show. Boom, boom. Well, wait a minute.
Is it time to walk the dog?
With that, ladies and gentlemen.
No, that's too long
That's
ago.
How we had.
They would have gone to Dane Cook.
Dane Cook. You're still slamming Dane Cook, man?
Dane Cook. They went to
Leave Dane Cook alone.
Let's go see Dane Cook. Did he go to Saudi Arabia?
Raj, don't take my Dane Cook buttons away from me.
Did he go to Saudi Arabia? No,
I don't think so. No,
are you kidding me? That hack?
Whoever that musician, that barcode guy, he's the musical version of Dane Cook.
Yeah, I guess.
Dane Cook is the stand-up. I'll put it better. Dane Cook is the stand-up version of Barcode. Oh, that guy should forever be called Barcode. That's a much better name.
I gotta tell my son that. I hear that song every day. That Sally when the wine runs out.
Oh shit!
Barcode.
You're weird, Dad. Well, you listen to that Barcode all the time.
Okay, gentlemen.
All right, let's do
next
it.
Week,
yeah.
Next week we gotta do Friday. Also, ladies and gentlemen, next week we're gonna have Matt Walsh right after the show. So stick
Oh, beautiful. All right, that's gonna be a good one.
All right, guys.
All right,
see you later.
peace.
All right,
Have a good day.
fellas.